subscribe.
Name one Democrat. I mean, I look at the Democrats, they're in total disarray. They have a new person named Crockett. I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. And they said, she's the future of the party. I said, you have to be kidding. I don't know what they're going to do. And I really believe in a two-party system. Because it's good to be challenged. It's really good to have a two-party. You know, it's good. Being challenged is okay. It keeps you sharp. I don't know what they're going to do. They have nobody. Bernie's 87 years old.
Y'all, we have to learn another one. Because Jasmine Crockett don't play. Do you see what she said? Come on. Don't play with that lady. She is not the one.
Today, we're giving flowers to the one and only Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, a Texas firecracker who doesn't just bring receipts. She is the receipt. When the nonsense starts flying in Congress, Crockett is there to check it, correct it, and serve it with a side of sass. In this video, we bring you some of the powerful clapbacks from Jasmine Crockett that has made the other side of the aisle not only nervous, but mad as, well, you know. Before we jump into it, please take a second to hit that subscribe button and like the video. It helps a small channel like this get out to the people. Thank you.
First of all, I just got to clear up a few things. Instead of the president cosplaying as the next pope, he may want to try to cosplay as an actual president of these United States. That means that he may have to do a little bit of research and decide that he wants to understand that he swore an oath. And this oath was to protect and defend the Constitution. That is the oath that he was supposedly taking on January 20th, as well as we may want the president to look into what the Declaration of Independence was about. We may want him to understand that there was a foundational document as it relates to self-determination of those who had recently gained their independence from Great Britain. I would hope that he would maybe spend a few of these days in this first 100 days, and it is sad to say that it's his second term, that he doesn't understand that the Declaration of Independence is about this idea that we are entitled to the right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And
when Jasmine Crockett gives you this look, just know your argument has already expired. You might still be talking, but she stopped listening the minute your logic went left.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
She's not even mad. She's just disappointed, like a black Annie watching you try to microwave a boiled egg.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling, if someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Okay, so what on earth inspired bleach blonde, bad-built butch body? That is a epic clapback. And did you just have that in your pocket, or was that just a moment of inspired improvisation?
It was inspired by her.
Ouch. I don't know if Marjorie Taylor Greene knew who she was talking to, but she learned that day. Jasmine even doubled down in her interview and made T-shirts as a reminder. In her words, if you're going to come for me, then come correct. Otherwise, sit there and be wrong in peace. We hear you, and the base, if fired up, seeing someone fighting for them and keeping the same energy those on the other side of the aisle have.
Some of these people fail to realize down in Alabama who's broke, down in Louisiana who's broke. I can go through pretty much the entire South and tell you that they're broke, and they rely on a lot of welfare from the government. To be perfectly honest, it is tax dollars from these big blue states like New York. Yeah, they send a lot of money into taxes, and then broke states end up benefiting from it, and now they're about to find out. So we're in the find out
They have
phase.
a new person named Crockett. She's definitely a low IQ person.
Let's bring in the person he name-checked there, Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas. Congresswoman, your response.
The fact that you just got done engaging in a conversation where we have a president of the United States who has no idea about the oath that he just took on January 20th tells me everything that I need to know. He didn't even have good sense enough in that same interview to say something as simple as, yes, I will follow the Constitution. You know, the thing that actually derived from the oath that he was supposed to take. And he supposedly took an oath, which there's a lot of people that point out that he never put his hand on the Bible, even though he acts as if he could.
Ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
But what I am asking is for you to do your job and make people feel safe, especially those that are depending on you to do it when you see cases of, 48% increase in sexual assault cases. My goodness.
So
That's it. I've heard enough.
I am so excited that my colleagues across the aisle care about sexual abuse, considering that the front runner right now for presidency is kind of just been found liable of sexual abuse. So I'm excited because this may mean that finally some folk will back off from supporting him because we don't support sexual abusers in this chamber. So I'm happy about this.
The epitome of white privilege coming into the Oversight Committee, spitting in our face, ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of? You have no balls.
I just want to run it back, though, to the very beginning, because this is something that I just can't get over. I can't get over the gentle lady from South Carolina talking about white privilege. It was a spit in the face, at least of mine as a black woman, for you to talk about what white privilege looks like, especially from that side of the aisle. And let me quote your now ousted speaker and what he had to say about the Republican Party and y'all's lack of diversity. When you look at the Democrats, they actually look like America. When I look at my party, we look like the most restrictive country club in America. And let me tell you why nobody wants to talk to y'all behind closed doors, because y'all lie. That's just the bottom line. You have done it thus far in this investigation. You have done it this far as it relates to this committee. In every single hearing, y'all spin. I don't know how y'all are still standing right now, because you should be quite dizzy from all the spinning that you're constantly doing when it comes to spinning the truth.
How about the fiery exchanges between Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and President Donald Trump? When Trump throws shade, Crockett doesn't just clap back. She delivers a masterclass in wit and resilience. Let's get into it. Trump recently took a jab at Crockett, labeling her a low IQ person. But Crockett wasn't having it. Imagine being busy getting another honorary doctorate and delivering the commencement address to encourage and empower the leaders of today, and right before boarding your flight to depart, learning that diabolical, delusional, demented dum-don was busy trying to challenge your IQ again.
You've not met Donald Trump, right?
No.
I feel like he likes you.
No.
I do. Because I think, I don't think he would ever admit it, but I think when somebody's aggressive and funny, they hit his radar, and he did speak about you once.
How about this new one they have, their new star, Crockett? How about her? Is that real? Are they serious about that? That's their new star? If that's their new star, they're in serious trouble. I mean, this is Crockett. Oh man. But we've done a job, but they've totally lost their confidence. And it's a hard thing when you lose your confidence, but they've taken a lot of beatings, and now they're going to rely on Crockett to bring them back.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Your name, Crockett, over and over. And then they're going to bring Crockett.
I actually had not watched the clip. That's my very first time. My team was aware.
And what does Crockett think of that clip?
I mean, it says a lot when you literally are supposed to be the leader of the free world and you're worried about a rising sophomore in the house.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Or you wish she was on your side. He also called you low IQ. I'm sure you're aware of that. Would you be willing to take an IQ test publicly, head-to-head against the President of the United States?
Absolutely.
If you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe. choose between a con-in-chief or a commander-in-chief. For them, will a vindictive, vile villain violate voters' vision for a better America or not? I hear alliterations are back in style.
I think I know why Jasmine Crockett has become Trump's public enemy #1. She is now in position to run one of the committees that will surely keep Donald Trump on blast and accountable for every move he and his cabinet makes. It truly would be his worst nightmare.
Official Jasmine Crockett is running to head the House Oversight Committee.
Why do you think that you would be the best Democrat to take that position?
Because I think
which
that-
is essentially to fight the president and his agenda.
Exactly. It is. Listen, oversight has so much latitude. But beyond that, we are allowed to conduct investigations. We are allowed to send out subpoenas and get documents. And here's the deal. My legal experience, I think, helps me be able to kind of guide through that part. And so I think that I can not only do the work, but make sure that people understand the information that this administration wants to hide from the American people. I want to make sure I can shine a light on
Let me
it.
give you 5 good reasons why I think she should become the head of the committee. 1. Strategic Democratic leadership. Sharper contrast with GOP narratives. Crockett has proven herself to be a fierce debater with sharp legal acumen, which could be used to counter Republican-led investigations or partisan narratives. Stronger defense of Democratic policies and figures. She could help shift the Oversight Committee's focus from partisan investigations to real oversight, corporate corruption, civil rights violations, and government accountability. 2. Legal expertise. As a civil rights attorney, Crockett brings real-world legal knowledge. This could elevate the quality of questioning and hearings and strengthen the legal grounding of committee reports and investigations. 3. Representation. Crockett would be one of the few black women to lead a major congressional committee, an important step toward more inclusive leadership in Washington. Her leadership would resonate strongly with younger, more diverse voters, especially in southern and urban districts. 4. Effective communication. Crockett is charismatic, quick-witted, and media-savvy. Her ability to go viral with pointed remarks or clips could help Democrats better connect with the public and frame the narrative more effectively. 5. Accountability focus. She's passionate about criminal justice reform, voter suppression, and corruption, areas the committee could recenter if Democrats regain the majority.
Unfortunately, seemingly some people don't want to consider human lives as an actual cost. The only cost that they ever talk about is dollars. Well, let me be clear. I'm not here because of corporate dollars. My colleagues love to talk about their guns, baby. And I'm from Texas, so let me be clear. I also own firearms. Let me scream. Democrats own guns too. Let me make it clear. I own guns and I'm licensed to carry. That is a regulation. Regulations aren't necessarily bad. It didn't stop me from being able to get a gun. And unlike Ms. Boebert, I am legally trained. And I've passed a few bar exams, and I also legislated before.
Congresswoman, Elon and Trump are trying to threaten and intimidate. Are you intimidated?
No.
What's the answer?
Listen, here's the reality. Now, I can't speak for anybody else, but I used to ask myself, if I was a part of the civil rights movement back in the day, what role would I play? Never imagined that I would be able to play this type of role, because we know that they had to fight so that seats like this could exist in the Congress in the first place. So as only the 55th black woman elected to Congress, knowing that people fought for what they could not see, I think that I owe it not only to the generations that came before me, but the generations that are coming behind me. If they could risk their lives, if they could be jailed, if they could be beaten, and do it all for somebody that they never knew would exist, known as Jasmine Crockett, then I can do just a little bit by making sure that I raise my voice. And to be perfectly honest, I know that they all talk about how Christian they are, but I am the child of a preacher, and I am going to say that God has not given me a spirit of fear. So I will not be intimidated. I will not be scared. I know that what I am doing is right. No matter how they try to persecute me, no matter how many lies they put out against me, I will stand strong, because I know how I got here, and I know that the generations coming behind me deserve it. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Representative Jasmine Crockett reminds us that you could be smart, stylish, and proud of who you are with facts, all at the same time. She's defending democracy with a law book in one hand and a mic in the other. And if you try her, well, just know she's got a clapback queued up and ready.
In these hot Texas streets, honey,
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot mess, honey. So yes.
If you want more brilliance and boldness in politics, you better smash that like button, subscribe for more people-powered content, and drop your favorite Jasmine moment in the comments. And let us know what part of the world you are watching from. Thank you. We see you.